That one's almost too close.
Yeah. Get some real behind the scenes. I can see your phone and light a little bit on the laptop.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can turn it to you.
Yeah, not that close.
Maybe not that close.
Go back just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, we recorded.
He started sliding. All right.
Got 5 people there. Welcome in, guys. Everybody in the YouTube short feed live is doing some harvesting today. We'll take some questions, hang out while we harvest, see how we do everything. Where are you tuning in from? Say hello. Don't be shy.
Alright, we are live over on StreamYard as well.
Awesome.
Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube regular, and Twitter. I did not do Instagram. Just
And
Instagram.
finally, the dehumidifier is off, so you'll probably be able to hear me now. So, welcome in. Taking any questions you have today, hanging out. Talk about our webinar upcoming. Talk about who's going to win the big game today. Whatever you want.
Not doing a podcast today, so.
Yeah, no podcast today. If you're looking for the podcast tonight, we will not be doing the podcast because it's prime time of the big game. So, figured most people will be not watching. They're usually doing a Super Bowl party or something. So we'll be here. We'll be working still. Look at these beautiful sunflowers. Beautiful, tall sunflowers. How's everybody doing? Say hello. Where are you tuning in from? Do you grow microgreens? Are you interested in microgreens?
I'm going to harvest broccoli probably today. Micro's not quite looking ready, so I'm going to go ahead and water it.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful tall sunflowers. We are live in a lot of places today, so go ahead and say hello if you're on. How are you doing? We're Wood Hippie, howdy from Lebanon, Missouri. Awesome. I know where that's at. Been there before, in that area.
Where?
Lebanon, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Something dinged, don't know what dinged, but something made a noise.
Something made a noise.
Something made a noise.
Okay.
Beautiful sunflowers, aren't they? Like, things are gorgeous. Only seed hulls we ever have are from underneath some of the underneath growth that came late. The ones that grew at the beginning are fine, are beautiful. We're at a pound now and have harvested half the tray, so that's beautiful.
Let's see. Mind and Body says hello from Northern Ireland.
Hello. Hello, Mind and Body.
We're already in the afternoon today.
Yeah.
We're just getting started.
Yep. We're just getting started. Started a little later today since we weren't having the podcast, so we went ahead and slept in. Might as well. Still get the same amount of work done in hand frame, so take advantage of sleep in when you can, which isn't often. So, hey Scott, over on TikTok and DIY Design. Welcome, guys, ladies, everybody. Yeah, this tray is going to yield pretty good. Pretty good. Get them seed hulls out of there. Jess is over watering what we're not harvesting today, so it'll be ready for tomorrow's harvest. And then she'll be over harvesting some stuff as well.
You want me to start with radishes or
Probably your restaurant sunflowers.
restaurant sunflowers? Gotcha.
Get all the sunflowers done and out of the way. If you're commenting over on main YouTube or Instagram or anything else, we'll get to it in a minute because I can't see that because that screen's on the other side of me.
My bad.
Don't fret, we'll get to it.
Probably do veggie confetti today.
Okay.
That's about ready. I'm getting ready.
Did you? Facebook is yelling at me to start a live.
Facebook is the only.
Yeah.
You are live.
Okay. And if you guys could, make sure you like the video. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We do a lot of stuff with microgreens and indoor gardening and indoor vertical gardening. Do lettuce, herbs, edible flowers, all the fun stuff.
Mind and Body wants to know, did you put the sunflowers in blackout?
No. We do put them in clear domes for 1 day, 1 to 2 days. 2 days, mostly. So.
Day and a half by the time we get them in the dome. It's usually
Yeah.
late.
So just clear domes under lights for 1.5 to 2 days.
And Jennifer Fulco, good morning. Can't stay, just saw the post. Have a super Sunday.
All right, thanks, Jennifer. Super Sunday.
I need to plug in the oven.
Anybody watching the big game today? What's your plans for this afternoon, evening? All right. Have 1.75 pounds out of that. Not too shabby. if anybody wants to, we do have an upcoming webinar. You can see the board back there. That's upcoming on this Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is $5 to get in on that webinar. We're going to deep dive into some stuff, so it's going to be great. You just go to that website, microgreenbusinesscoaching.com, and you'll be able to find it there. Sorry I can't put it in the show notes or anything like that because Meta is blocking it as spam, so we're trying to figure that out. Just the link to our website that's marked as spam, so we got to figure that out. But would love to have you over there and help you start your journey or continue your journey or grow your journey in the microgreen business. It's going to be good for everybody. Yes, still getting all our dump bins ready and all that stuff, so that's what she's doing. Doing all the little tasks in the morning real quick while I go ahead and start harvesting and get going.
Wash my hands and we should be about ready.
Thanks for subscribing, Daryl Proctor.
Thank you.
And Alaskans, thanks for subscribing.
Appreciate it. We're on a road to 4,000. We're trying to get to 4,000 as soon as possible. Well, about 29 away now.
Yeah, we're getting
So,
there. We are close.
Being close. So over on YouTube, if you guys would love to subscribe, I appreciate it.
You hand me a sunflower to cut. I don't think any of them are short, so
None of them are real short. No.
usually I pick the shortest one, but I think we are all
Pick that, baby.
so pretty.
So pretty. Process doesn't take us nearly as long as it used to. I can get trace sunflowers done in 10 to 12 minutes. See, it started basically when we went live, and so it definitely got one tray done already. We're only 14 minutes in, halfway done with this one, so
Zooming.
zooming.
Okay.
There
Sorry,
we
YouTube. You
YouTube
just-
Shorts.
Just jumped. All right, I'm going to take my phone case off, so it's going to be a very awkward look right now. Apparently my phone case is too fat. Things reconnecting, you're live. All right, let's try that again without the phone case. Sorry, guys. These poor 6 people watching are going, what the heck is happening over here?
You got turned around. There you go.
There you are. I was like, where is he? There we go. And you already talked to a hippie. All right.
Sorry about the phone drop.
Yeah, it just jumped.
Instead of dropping the mic, we dropped the phone.
It's a very aggressive mic drop.
Very pretty.
Now I gotta cut them short. So sad.
Jess is going to be cutting the sunflowers for restaurants, which we cut short. And they pay more for that, but basically breaks even for us for the yield difference. Your stream randomly popped up in my shorts. Suggestions, thought, vertical hydroponic farming, and vertical hydroponic farming works anywhere if you do it right, for sure. You can do it in Singapore. It's got to be able to find a building, and then you got to find people to sell to. Location to do it. Start small. You can go from there. Don't get a big old space or something and got a lot of overhead. Start with a very small overhead, and then start building from there. We started growing in our home and slowly built. And we are doing our lettuce straight hydroponics. Flowers are close to it. It's kind of a hybrid hydroponics. But yeah, if it's someplace people eat, which is everywhere, then yeah, it definitely will work. Did you start just in your home? Yep. We definitely did start in our home. Started small with a couple racks and slowly built, but it definitely wasn't slow. The goal was to do slow, and it just started taking off and growing and growing and growing. And here we are in a big old 4,000 square foot warehouse now. So in 2.5 years, and we probably could have been sooner. We had a lot of space we used in the house. And it was very tight.
We made it work.
We made it work.
We made it work for a while.
But and thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for stopping by, for sure.
Yeah, we got a lot of great videos on our channel. You can check them out. We also are doing a webinar this Saturday. It's on the board back here. You can just go to microgreenbusinesscoaching.com and you go to the webinar on there. It's $5 to get in, and we're going to teach you how to start and some tricks and tips and
Things we've learned along the way.
all the things we've learned along the way. So definitely check that out. $5 US, not much at all, very cheap. We want to get everybody in there at once. It's basically just to make sure you pay attention, because if you pay attention. Another beautiful tray of sunflowers. How did you build your customer base? Customer base, we started with the online farmers market. We started growing during the time nobody was going anywhere. So it probably wasn't the greatest time to start a business, but it worked out for us. So we did an online farmers market, did home deliveries, which was huge then. And then farmers markets. And then we started getting into grocery stores, restaurants, all that stuff as we went along. But we built a very, very good customer base with online farmers market and home delivery within a few months. Our first sale was within a couple weeks of us starting.
Yeah.
So just right on our second grow, we started selling. So pretty fast. You can start selling this business right away, like within like 20 days or less. you could definitely be selling. Because I recommend growing first and trying a little, and make sure you can grow it. Then starting to grow to order after that once you got it down. So.
But definitely know you can grow first.
Yeah. And how much you can sell. You know, how much you're going to get yield out of your trays. Your first trays might not yield good, especially if you try to do it on your own. If you get a coach, you probably can get there and go faster. We're teaching people now that are moving much faster than what we did, and that's what we want. Learn from people who've done it before you.
Better comment on mine. I can't read it.
I can't read yours.
Okay.
What do you mean? I can see the screen.
It's so far away. And it's angled. We'll look at 2 seconds here.
How do you offer classes on setting up virtual online market? What? I think.
Scan on. Okay, very cool. How did you build your customer
Oh, yeah,
base? Farmers
so
markets are
It's the
online.
last one.
Do you offer a class on setting up virtual farmers markets? So we don't set up the virtual farmers market. We join the virtual farmers market. So there's almost certainly someone around you who sells in either a CSA or a virtual farmers market. There are companies who host that specifically. That's what they do. So we joined them as a vendor. Essentially like a regular farmer's market, you know, you join the group as one of the vendors. So you have the ability to sell within their market. You can certainly make your own farmer's market online, but that would definitely be a whole other realm beyond just growing microgreens and selling microgreens. You're also trying to get other farmers involved.
And when you're trying to start a business, you want to focus on your business and not everybody else's business.
Especially if you're just getting started. Now, if you have an established business and you're comfortable with how you're growing and everything else and you want to add on, definitely. That's another restaurant. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. All right, restaurant sunflowers are done and they go through half the tray. Not even.
Yeah,
Love it.
love it. Love when everything yields great. We keep on growing less and less sunflowers, but we got the same business with sunflowers. It's just we're getting better and better at the yield on them and growing them.
Getting better at growing them.
Finding new techniques, getting the right seeds.
Seed selection is huge. Gotta have quality seeds to get quality results.
Should probably play music, like from StreamYard. Music.
Yeah,
So that means
something.
something.
So they might just happen to listen to us just
Chop, 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 chop.
I don't know, this could be like an ASMR video, the sound of sunflowers being chopped down. And sunflowers. I mean, it could be a thing. It could be a thing.
Could be some of them.
Could be. I was gonna show you guys the difference between normal cut and restaurant cut. So they get cut much higher, so much shorter stems.
Make sure you like the video, guys. I'd appreciate it highly. And subscribe to the channel. Appreciate that as well. If you're over on YouTube, please do that.
TikTok, some hearts and whatnot.
Some hearts and some likes and all that stuff. It really helps us out on our march to 4,000 subs on YouTube.
I don't want to like jack up a pretty tray if you've been here.
Not all pretty.
Quite tight.
What's the website for your virtual farmers markets?
I know here, local food marketplace. I mean, it kind of depends on where you are and what companies are in your area.
Yeah. There are different companies, different areas. So I would just search online farmers markets.
Near me or
near
something
me,
like that?
or it usually gives it near you if you just search that anyway. So I would search that to find out what's in your area. But we did Market Wagon. So you can look up Market Wagon and see if they're in your area.
They're run by a local food marketplace, Elephant
Okay.
parent company. But yeah, there's online markets all over the place. It kind of depends on where you are and who's in your area. Hand me another one. And another one. What's the... Oh, that's the question you just read? Okay. Thank you. I need like a small box for me to do and I'll put it in here. A little bit of music. Background.
You ever set the mic up? I don't know how the sound is on that one.
Oh yeah, I have a towel. So, clean one. my toe.
Jim should play some music today too. So.
Valid point. The gym will definitely be playing music for sure. Thanks for subscribing. I like big buds.
Cool name.
It's a cute one. That gets us even closer to our 4,000 goal.
Yes, getting there.
Super exciting. We're growing and growing.
You guys got any questions? Go ahead and put them in. We'll answer them as we go along. Getting sunflowers done here. So we start off with our sunflowers and get them out of the way because they're the ones that just take the longest. Anymore, they don't take as long. So 10, 12 minutes a tray. But still, that's our process. Get these done first. All sorted. Basically, the only one we have to like sort and get seed hulls off and stuff. So, which I highly recommend you do if you're growing sunflowers. Don't leave the seed hulls on them.
Please don't. No one wants to bite into that. No customer wants to bite into that. As a grower, it may not be a big deal for you, but as a customer who paid for the product, they don't want to bite into a sunflower seed.
We're like on YouTube and YouTube Shorts, right? We're like on YouTube and YouTube Shorts.
Yes.
Right?
That's why I went horizontal with the other one. I didn't want to accidentally get thrown into the short speed again.
Well, it's shouldn't because it's not mobile.
Shouldn't. It's not mobile. And I didn't feel like setting up Instagram this morning. See
Hey,
what-
Christian. Thanks for joining. If you're still there, showed 0 people, but
I think
we did
that's
that
deceptive, yeah.
we did that the other day
While you're talking with people.
when I'm talking to people and showing there's nobody there. So I
Ghosts.
don't understand TikTok in many ways.
$28.6 ounces.
Beautiful.
I love that.
Inside I get a big bin and it all fits.
You're gonna need another big bin.
What we got over there soon?
I still have 4 or 5 over there. Five over there still. So yeah, you're gonna need a second big bin.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe, ask questions. We'll answer them as we go along. Here harvesting our sunflowers right now. Getting them done up. let you know we also are doing a webinar on how to do all this and how to build your business and do everything. So the webinar, just go to microgreenbusinesscoaching.com. It is $5 to get into that, but very, very low price to get some great knowledge. So microgreenbusinesscoaching.com. Hello, everybody over on TikTok. If you're there, say hi. Nice being able to pick a bunch of sunflowers and no sunflower seed hulls in them at all.
Not a single seed hull.
And like the 2 bunches, there was 2 in that one. Yours is gonna probably start moving.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Probably got one more tray to fit in there. Yeah.
Just right here.
I'll start it again. I probably won't even weigh them at this point because, well, I'll weigh them at the end. You got that here. Shoot the big tips anyway.
Yep.
Got to zero that to the big tubs.
Thanks for everybody checking us out. Especially over in the short speeds. Kind of something new. Short feed lives.
Trying the new stuff.
And if you wanted to go to this webinar, you can't make it to that time, you will have a recording of the webinar that will be automatic to you, so you could watch it later. You don't have to be there live. Live is better, obviously. You're going to be able to ask questions and get involved and all that, but if you can't make it, you still can be part of it. Registrations for that live ends on Thursday. So you want to get in before that for that webinar. And how many people are in there? We might do some giveaways in there as well.
That could be fun. We like doing giveaways. We don't mind giving things away. Share the knowledge, share the love. Do a giveaway during the webinar based on the number of participants. You only registered on Thursday.
Yep.
By Thursday. Register by Thursday if you're doing the giveaway as well. You can do something fun like that. Give out some bonus stuff. I'm sure the widescreen version loves seeing me squint at my phone. I might have missed your answer. Do you use the vented or non-vented clear domes for the sunflowers?
No.
We don't use anything vented for our microgreens.
Well, for the blackouts we do.
Oh, for the blackout.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yes.
That's what we're going back to.
Well, the blackouts we do for like arugula, cabbage, we black out. Stuff like that, we use vented ones. For the clear domes for the sunflowers, we do not.
So the goal is to keep all that humidity in the dome, which really softens up the seed holes and allows them to fall off naturally for the most part. And then as soon as we remove that dome after a day, day and a half, maybe 2 days, kind of depending on how they're growing that week, we'll brush your hand across the top, give them a good brushing, knock anything else off. At that point, usually about 80 to 90% of those the seed holes are already off. And then throughout the week while we're watering, we'll still continue to brush, mist them lightly and then brush them off again. So that by the time we get to this point, there's almost nothing.
Just like I said, just like underneath some stuff that didn't grow up.
Yeah, unless it weren't part of the party in the beginning.
That's why we don't overseed sunflowers. We could probably get more yields out of it, but you're going to deal with more seed hulls
And
because you're going
undergrowth,
to
yeah.
undergrowth of them. So we just kind of find that happy place.
There's a balance between yield and quality and picking up sunflower seeds.
Yep.
So some basic, what are those, like 6-inch domes?
6-inch. Yep.
Clear domes. So a little bit taller than like a standard clear dome that you would find usually.
We got them from the grow shop.
Yep. Local grow shop had some.
If you're over on TikTok, say hi because it shows 0 counts of people watching. So,
Interesting. But we know it likes to say that when there's people watching.
yeah, I was talking to somebody last year. It was on there, and it showed 0.
You know you're not here, right? We've got 5 over on the main YouTube and 1 from Facebook.
Well, welcome, welcome.
I'm not sure which Facebook. We've got a couple of them on here.
£10.6. Want to hand me a marker?
Yeah. Need to move into peas.
Yeah. trays?
I did one tray.
Did you?
Or
Oh, 2 trays?
I
So-
did one and
Let's- well,
I think this. I did
well,
the first time.
I'm gonna put 7 trays.
It's 10.5 plus 0.75 pounds for those.
All right. Grab another bin.
Please, thank you. I'm building a mountain over here.
Bin number 2 for sunflowers.
I don't know if you're going to do sunflowers still or if you were going to go
You want me to go to
with
peas and you do sunflowers? Or?
Yeah, these guys are a little bit tall and crazy over here and they're on my side, so.
All right. Well, she's gonna finish the sunflowers, and I'm gonna go doing peas. Beautiful peas.
And only 28 ounces, 28.3.
Only 28 ounces. Slacker.
Thank you. I guess it would be the non-vented exactly that reason, but good to know for sure. Yeah, for sure. Never such thing as a bad question. Always ask your questions. We don't mind answering at all.
If you're part of our group, we do weekly Q&As, group Zoom calls every week. And you can openly ask your questions there.
Our community where you can ask questions in the community and those get answered pretty quick between us and our students. We've got a really good core group there.
Yep, it's a great community and it's building and building. Right now that's $97 a month, but if you get on the webinar, we're gonna have a special offer for our course. So I recommend getting on that webinar because for $5 you're gonna get a really, really good deal for our course. So
Yes. Get another big bin for these.
you look
The red light.
very light. Very, very light.
You should have speckled back in stock though, right?
I have it to remind me, notify me, so.
Okay. Haven't seen a reminder yet. Dexter Young, how long does it take to harvest the microgreens? Well, it depends on how much you're harvesting. Per tray of sunflowers to harvest and sort out all the sunflower seeds, anything like that, we're down to about 12 to 13 minutes. That's after getting most of the sunflower seeds off throughout the process. It can take a lot longer if you have a ton of seeds to deal with. Overall, our harvesting for our farm is between 2 days. We split it up,
It's about 18.
about 18 hours
Between.
for 2 people. Yeah.
So for our farm, it's 36 hours, but we do a lot of business.
We do stay busy.
We are in a 4,000 square foot warehouse, so it tells you how much we are doing.
Some tray varieties are very, very fast to harvest. Other ones take a lot longer, like sunflowers. Sunflowers are time consuming one. That's why we do it on Sunday. Kind of get ahead of that. And then we'll harvest small varieties, more delicate varieties tomorrow as deliveries are on Tuesday.
When's our employee being here today?
Noon.
You going to church?
No.
Oh.
But I figured I didn't really need them to do much until noon.
So no church a second time?
No church today. She wasn't going.
Interesting.
That's something. They didn't have family dinner today. They had it yesterday for something too. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
ask too many questions. Then I'm doing.
Mom, you're being busy. Yeah, kids.
It's,
Our other employee is our 17-year-old child. So. That he helps out. I mean,
definitely helps.
need, yes, maybe. Honestly, we probably could use some more employees, but we're still getting it done by ourselves. So, and we're still able to do coaching and do all that stuff. So, just no need right now. I don't mind being busy. So.
Wow. Yeah. It's a lot, Dexter.
Could you build into that?
School of Prep, fist bump to you too. Yeah, you build into that. I mean, our first harvests were at home, and it
It
was
was like an
you know,
hour, maybe.
an hour max.
And we were
because
bad at it.
a couple trays, and yeah, and we weren't good at it yet. We were definitely still learning. Everything is a learning process, and we know that. We're still learning. We're still experimenting with different growth methods and different seed densities and even different seeds. You know, we're always looking at new stuff.
Different mediums.
Different grow mediums, yeah. Always looking at more to try to see if we can either improve upon the process, improve upon the time. There's just so many different things that you can do with this business. We have that awesome flexibility of really fast grow times. I mean, what other farmer can be like, oh, I need to harvest my field in 10 days?
And if it's not working, you can make changes right away.
Yeah,
You know right away if it's not going to happen. If the crop's failing, which you've had with arugula in the past.
yep, it's good.
Comes out of germination, you're like, oh, that's not going to work. We need to grow some more so we have some to sell. And you can make them changes right away.
So instead of having a 10-day grow arugula that week, I had a 7-day grow arugula that week because I had to hurry up and pivot and replant when it came out of germination. So we had something to sell. It was still a good product. It was a little smaller, which the chefs really loved. I made sure I told them it was not going to be a normal thing. Teeny tiny arugula is not fun to cut.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's like trying to cut a chia pet. Also, why we don't grow chia. Because it's so short. School of Crop says, I think what you're doing is awesome. Thank you. ADHD OG, those look pretty leggy. What kind of light are you using? We use T8 Verenas, 42 watts, and we also have experiments going with some T5s. Not really seeing much of a difference between two T5s versus one T8. We don't black out, so if they do look a little tall, they are a little tall. We like them a little bit tall. We don't want them to be too leggy. These are for retail and for mixes, so they really make a great salad. For our restaurants, they're cut a little shorter. We just cut a little higher on them. And that's more for the display aspect of it. I think sunflowers are like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Some people love really, really short sunflowers. Some people love them really long. Kind of depends on what they're using them for. These guys are starting to lay down because they are on the cusp of dry.
Which is where we want
Which
it.
is perfect. The goal is to harvest them to where they don't have a whole bunch of moisture up in the canopy or in the stems. They're still crisp. They're still very juicy and crisp, but not wet. So we want to make sure that we're doing it that way so they last in the refrigerator. And make sure your customers get quality products, not smush.
Got a power cord here I just never used.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Oh, I didn't plug mine back in. I put the power cord over there, but then my phone suicide on the table, so.
Phone try to jump and run away.
I didn't get very far. I've been growing microgreens since 2017. That's awesome. What state are you located in? We're in Illinois. And we grew personal use for forever, here and there. Never really had time to get serious with it. But our first commercial grows started January 2021.
Commercial.
Commercially, yeah.
First step.
First sales, yeah, there you go. Probably better. First sales of microgreens. Personal level, many years. I remember the OG days of Curtis Stone back in, what, 2007, teaching people how to grow microgreens?
Yep.
Yeah.
On his floor of his greenhouse.
In the greenhouse, on the floor. So how much is a tray? Like how much weight or how much should we sell for? Weight-wise, what I'm doing with the sunflowers, we're getting about an average about 28 ounces per tray right now. And that's with seeding 3 ounces of tiny seeds from Breeder Harvest. You use the tiny seeded sunflowers, so they only need 3 ounces of seeds per tray. They spread beautifully. We don't want to overseed them. So we actually went down in seeding density when we started using the tiny seeded. We used to do, what, 4.5 ounces of the Juror and Truly?
Yep. Up to 5.
Up to 5 at one point, yeah. Kind of depended on the lot numbers and stuff and how each lot was behaving. Oh, you're in Missouri? Cool. The price for these, so it
They're all
depends on
over.
the crop, and yeah, they're kind of all over the place. Depends on your input costs, the increments you're selling at, if you're selling in bulk, if you're selling retail, wholesale, restaurants. So pricing is a tricky one.
We did go over some pricing on a video how much you can make per rack to maximize your
Okay.
profit.
Did that one a few weeks back.
So you can check that out.
Kind of gives you an idea of pricing for the basic 5 varieties at a retail price. And then once you move into like wholesale,
Hey, thanks for the
Restaurants.
roses. Scott, appreciate it. Over on
Hey,
TikTok.
Scott. On TikTok, Scott on TikTok. So that one was 31.4 ounces. Boom.
31.4 ounces on that sunflower. Look at her.
Wow.
That is an awesome. Just finishing up peas, or doing sunflowers, and I'm doing peas. I'll be doing packaging some peas here in a moment. How much we need?
You're welcome, School of Prep. Yeah, definitely check out that video on the how much you can make realistically on a rack. The goal was to kind of make it more realistic of a price. Not, you can make $1,000 a week in your bedroom.
Doing nothing, passively.
Passive income, yes. As you can see, this is a very passive industry.
We try to be real. We don't try to be real, we are real.
We are real.
You can see it right here. Good morning. What you do? You love what you do. What do you two love about what what you do?
Oh.
That I work for myself. That's the main thing. I don't have a boss. Nobody telling me what to do, when to do it. You still have things you have to do, obviously, when you're in a business. But, not a boss. Nobody's my boss. Well, just one boss. She's over there.
Right. Love having flexibility. I get to go sit with my plants. So all winter time, everybody's outside miserable and cold. I'm in the grow room, just enjoying plants in 72 to 74 degrees. So yeah, that's a perk for sure.
And then on the coaching side, I love being able to help people. So I love being able to teach people and learn from what we learn and learn from our mistakes and make them go on a faster path. Only thing you're doing, you could learn how to grow microgreens on the internet. You could learn how to grow my business, and you get bits and pieces of it and everything else. You can find it for free. You're gonna have to put it all together for yourself, but get it concise and pay somebody to teach you. You're paying for speed. You're speeding everything up. That's all you're doing.
And you save yourself money because you don't make the mistake.
Yep. Where are we located? We are in Central Illinois.
It's so easy. It's easy to grow them. It's hard to sell them and deliver them and make sure they're perfect products and all the business side. All the business side is the challenge. I can teach people how to grow a plant. Most plants.
You need to learn? Yeah. I've cold weather for 6 months. Yeah, you definitely want to grow inside that.
Yeah.
For sure. And if you want to learn how to grow, we're doing a webinar. It's right there on the board. You can go to Microgreen Business Coaching, microgreensbusinesscoaching.com, and you can find our webinar there. It's $5 to get in on that webinar right now. And we're going to have a lot of detailed information and get you started on your path. It's going to be the cheapest coaching you could ever find. So, hopefully you can join us over there. If you can't make it on the Saturday at 2 p.m., this Saturday at 2 p.m., it will be recorded. If you pay for getting in that webinar, you will have the recording sent to you as well. So you don't actually have to be live to see it.
We just like you to be live so you can ask questions during it. Definitely like to have the feedback and kind of interaction with you guys. What's the price for 2 ounces of arugula? At the farmer's market, it's $5. We try to keep everything $5 at a farmer's market. But it depends on what we're selling it at and where we're selling it at. Farmer Cheryl, when you're finished cutting from the tray, is there a large container you are discarding the roots into? Where does the container get discarded? So you can kind of see on the screen that you're looking from, on my side, I have a big tub. So all the sunflowers are going to go into that tub, and then other varieties are going to go into another tub. Sunflowers go home with me to the chickens, because my chickens are bougie and they love sunflowers and they don't like peas. The pea mats typically just get thrown in the dumpster, unfortunately. We haven't found a farmer that really wants them for their feed consistently. If we do have a farmer that reaches out, like for their chickens and for their animals, we'll happily hang on to the tubs or exchange the tubs. A lot of farmers use these yellow lidded tubs anyway for their produce. So a lot of times they'll just exchange the tubs. So So if you can do that with a local farm, super great, but it's just hard to get consistency with that. So unfortunately, a lot of it goes into the dumpster, and so the landfill is going to have some beautiful plants growing.
And the animals out on the landfill are happy.
Yes, happy seagulls, right?
Because if you want an arugula, if you can't grow arugula, just throw it in your driveway in a crack, and it will grow beautifully.
Yes, it will not grow in the tray sometimes, but it definitely will grow in the crack of your driveway anytime.
Anything.
Anytime.
God, how much minimal space is needed for someone to start growing? 6 square feet. One rack will take up 6 square feet. I got a training on that, on how to do that. I did a video on the other day. Did a short live on that. And at 6 square feet, you can grow 16 trays, and teaches how much you can make off of that and everything. Yeah, 6 square feet is all you need. So not much space to get started.
No.
And you sell them trays for $20 a piece. It's 200, one,
$320.
320, 380, 320, 320,
320
$320 you can make in
a week.
a week. Every week you can turn that rack over. So that's all retail though.
That's assuming you're going to an online farmer's market, home deliveries, somewhere where you can sell it directly to your customers.
So the webinar, you teach what kind of seeds, what kind of dirt and containers. Yeah, we're going to go in detail on that webinar on that. That's the first half of the webinar. And then we're going to get into some business stuff on the back end as well. So yeah, it's going to be a very good webinar. So if you're interested, highly recommend getting to that webinar.
We have definitely tried a lot of different grow mediums and a lot of different seeds.
Yes, yes.
And the chickens are at the back door, so if you hear my phone going off, I apologize. Our chickens like to go to the back door and beg for snacks.
All right, done with that bin. Got to get another one. I'll be right back. You have bins.
I have what?
I was like, I don't have any more bins back there, so I grabbed you 2 smaller bins, but
Oh,
you already
yeah.
got them.
Okay, then.
Never mind.
Thank you.
I was like,
You're like,
go.
we're gonna run out of bins, man. No, good enough. I already have it. Thank
I already
you.
have it.
Oh, thank you.
Do I need a grow room or shelves with growing lights? You'll need a shelf. You don't necessarily need a growing room. You can put these in your kitchen, in your spare bedroom, in your basement, in your garage, wherever you got 6 square feet.
And environmental controls.
Environmental controls. Somewhere you can control the environment on them. Yep. That's all you need.
Our HVAC system, our home heating and air conditioning was able to support our grows up until about 8 or 9 racks. And then it started getting a little hairy with trying to keep the temperatures in check. Once we got past like 8 or 9 racks, we had to start adding some supplemental heating and air conditioning to the room that we were growing in. But we did start out in our formal living room that nobody ever went into anyway, because it was a formal living room and just kind of a second living room that nobody used.
Yeah. You have a scale over there?
Negative, it's over in the growing space, over on seating zone. Do you suggest to sell live microgreens in reusable containers or in cheap plastic ones when starting out? Restaurants here only purchase live microgreens. So if you're selling them live, I would still use my bootstrap farmer trays for durability and expect them to trade them back. If you give them cheap plastic trays, they're just going to keep breaking them in a restaurant environment. They'll just keep breaking them, and you'll just have to keep replacing trays. These bootstrap farmer trays, these thick plastic trays, are much better to use. They can run them through their dishwashers at the restaurants and then return them to you. So as long as they pay a tray deposit or exchange, and you only charge them if they lose one, something like that, that you could work out with a restaurant. If they're only buying live trays, they might be up for buying cut microgreens. So you might.
I know one grower that gets containers, like Tupperware containers, basically, and he gives them to his restaurants, and they clean them for him. He picks up and delivers the next ones the next week.
Yeah.
So that is a possibility as well.
Yeah. But if every restaurant buys them live, is it only because that's what they're used to? They might prefer not having to cut them themselves. Let's be honest, it's just more time for their chef. $20 a tray, that seems like a lot of work. Yeah, $20 a tray is a very conservative number. Our goal is to give you guys conservative numbers. That's going to assume that you can only get $4 or $5 packages out of a tray. As you can see, these sunflowers are yielding 30 ounces. If I'm selling 2 ounces of sunflowers for $5, that's a much more profitable tray.
It's a $75 tray.
Yeah.
I try not to be the guy that, you know, promises the moon and the sun and going to give you all the stars and everything.
You're gonna
And
make all this money. We don't want you to think that going into it. We want you to grow into it and learn throughout the process. Just learn a little faster than we did.
$20 is the minimum you should be getting for a tray, and that's something that's only getting you like 5 ounces.
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that ADHD OG is going to be watching some football this afternoon. If you are in Missouri,
Maybe.
maybe.
They may not like football.
Maybe.
We'll assume.
Don't assume. Some people are just here for the snacks. I can totally get down for that.
Yeah.
I'm here for the snacks, man. But we won't be doing our podcast because of that. Did a poll on our community on Instagram and on a
YouTube community.
YouTube community. Sorry, reading and talking at the same time. Shouldn't do that. Did our YouTube community poll, and
90%.
90% was like, no, we aren't going to be there, guys.
How often do we do the webinars? We're planning on doing them bi-weekly right now. So this one will be the 17th. And the next one will be
March 4th?
March 2nd.
2nd? 30 and a half ounces of a packet. So we're just kind of hanging out closer to that 30. I like that.
Each webinar will be different though. So each webinar will be different teachings. It's not going to be the same every time.
Different focus each time. I'm going to keep it fresh so you can go to multiple webinars and learn different things. I'll be in the kitchen burning it down for the KC Chiefs. Nice. Oh. Yeah. I know I've got family out that way. They're very excited. Yogi Microfarm, hey. Good work, sir. Thank you. Microgreens business is best, for sure. I'm sure you agree with that.
Very much, very much. Best business. Such quick turnarounds. Very profitable. I mean, even if you're getting $20 on one of them trays, guys, you know, the tray's going to cost you a couple bucks to grow. So even if you're getting the very, very minimum of $20,
Your profitability.
the profitability is more than you could ever get in any other business.
The profit
At the minimum.
margins are huge. Yeah.
We got one person over there now.
Yeah.
What did you hit the X for?
I hit the X. I was
You almost hit the X.
almost hit the X. I was gonna see if there was any.
What are you doing?
Trying to see if there's a way to pause or not, but
No,
there's
not a way to pause.
YouTube's
You can't
not
do-
fancy like
You
that.
can't do a TikTok pause and try to restart it and get it going out there.
Yeah. YouTube's different. They're just learning. They're learning stuff. I'm started from India in Delhi. Very cool. Capital in India. Yes. That's a huge city. Your market's going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's a very people-y place. That's awesome.
Thanks, I will join in March. February is busy for me. Understand?
Totally get that.
Yeah, be on the lookout. As soon as that webinar goes down, we'll have the next one available on the website. So you'll be able to join then. So Thursday we end this one, and then the next one will start on Friday. So Friday the 16th, you can start signing up for the next webinar.
Yes. I get 35 an ounce for my amaranth and more today. Yes.
$35
Go
an ounce?
Chiefs. Yeah.
You get $35 an ounce?
That's what he just said. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, amaranth is very light and fluffy. We sell it in
Yeah.
2 ounce, 4
I don't-
ounce.
I don't know what we were selling amaranth at.
It's been a while since we've grown amaranth. I probably need to grow a few trays. I've got some really awesome seeds to test. Josh sent us some seeds to test. I just
Yes.
haven't done them yet.
That is amazing. though. Great job.
Yeah. Could you imagine? Because we were getting an average of 5 ounces a tray
Yeah.
on amaranth.
Is that retail, wholesale? How are you selling them?
Yeah. How are you selling? Yup. All right. Cool. It is fluffy beautiful, so.
I think there's like 15 microgreen farms out in Kansas City area.
Yeah.
Something like that. I know there's a lot.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. There's no such thing as saturation. Everybody can target something different. There's plenty of population out there. No feed growers out that way. Direct to chefs. Good idea. What is the time in our country? We are currently looking at 11:21 a.m. So it is still not quite noon.
India would probably be about
Yeah, what time is it there?
7 hours. Probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that. 6:30 to 7:30, I'm thinking. Somewhere in that range.
Sometime in the
6:20,
evening. Yeah.
7:20. See if I'm right.
Yeah, what time is it where you are? We have a channel member over in Germany, so he always tells us what time it is. He's at. Yep. No answer. We'll never know.
We'll never know.
Unless I ask Mr. Know-it-all. Do you want me to do individual sunflowers, or do you want me to do those after?
After.
After.
Thanks everybody for joining. Anybody new in here, appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like, and if you want to, subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate it.
We do appreciate that.
And if you can see, we do have a webinar coming up on Saturday the 17th, this Saturday, at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And that will be recorded, so you don't have to necessarily be there live. It is $5 to get in on that. Great teaching going to happen. And have some special offers for you and everything else, but it's going to be great teaching. And you just got to go to microgreenbusinesscoaching.com, and you can sign up there.
Do you have a walk-in cooler? Yeah, we have a walk-in cooler. We are very, very fortunate to have a walk-in cooler. We did not start with that, but we do now have a walk-in. It's an 8-foot by 10-foot walk-in, so very easy to store things. We can wheel racks of microgreens in. Once they're harvested, we just wheel the shelves out, load them up after we've labeled them, and then put them back in the cooler. Makes the process a lot easier without not carrying individual packages back and forth as much. Much easier process. We actually had that walk-in in our garage at the house. We got it at a auction. A restaurant was closing down, so we had to tear it apart and put it back together. We installed a cool bot in it, and it was from it fit in our garage, sort of.
Not much space between the garage ceiling and...
Yeah, it barely fit in the garage. Maybe a time 10:55 p.m. Oh, we were off. It's late.
We're off. It's late. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
And make sure you go ahead and follow my channel over on TikTok if you're over there, or if you're inclined anywhere. Follow me over on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. We do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff throughout the week, so you can check us out there as well. So.
Try to do more and more live stuff. Kind of show everybody what it is that we do and why we work so much. So we grow not only microgreens, we also do a lot of coaching. We do a lot of events. Definitely try to stay active as much as we can. Stay within your community. Get involved. We even have winter markets through the winter.
Yep. Got one
Saturday.
this Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah, so we'll be at the Winter's Market in the morning from 7 till 1-ish by the time we get back.
Yep.
And then we'll be hopping on the webinar.
Yeah.
Got nobody on the short speeds,
Yeah, it's strange.
so probably,
Probably gonna stop and do another one maybe. I don't know.
I think so.
Pop off. Mute the chickens real quick. While I'm at it. Mute the chickens.
Ah, we got somebody showing up over there in the shorts.
It's because I set and turn it off.
How are you doing? Say hello.
Say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from, where you found us, all that good stuff. Ask questions. We're here to answer.
And they're gone.
And they're gone. Yeah, I'm not good at YouTube short speed yet.